Hello everyone, it's time for another edition of Mr. E's Paint.net Tutorials, starring me, Mr. E. Episode 4, I Can See Right Through You. Today I'm going to introduce you to the layer box, which I happen to think is the most useful tool in Paint.net. Now, as always, before we get started, you might want to pause this video and open your copy of Paint.net so you can work along. At the end of episode 3, we had drawn some text on our page, but when we went to move it with the selection tool, it left a gaping hole in our project. So how do you avoid this? Well, this is where my favorite toolbox comes in, the layer toolbox. Bum bum ba! Wow, that sounded stupid. Anyway, let's pretend we never did any of this. Let's go over to the lower right side of the screen to the history box. Scroll up to the very beginning, click on the new image, and it will revert us right back to where we began. You can go to any point in that history box. Back when I was showing you the lasso select, back when we put text on for the first time. You can do any number of points and you can pick up editing from there. So the history box can be kind of handy, but like I said, I don't necessarily use it a lot. We're going to go back to the new image. So we'll go up to the layer toolbox. In the bottom left corner, that first icon is for add a new layer, and that's what we'll do. Click on that. You can see it just added a layer 2 on top of our background. You'll also notice that layer 2 has this gray and white checkerboard pattern. That's because it's transparent. I'll demonstrate that it's transparent. You'll notice that it's also highlighted in blue. That means it's the active layer. I'll highlight the background, go down to this X button, which will delete the background layer. Now all we have is layer 2, and you can see that it is completely a clear layer. And that means anything we put on this layer, we can move around without affecting the background layer. To get our background layer back, I'm just going to go undo that last step. Now our background's back with the clear layer 2 over it. Now I want to highlight layer 2 because that's the one we'll be working on. I will select my text tool, click on the screen. Our font and font size should be left exactly where they were the previous time we used it, which is Arial and 40 pixels. Now we'll type, you are invited. What you're invited to, I don't know. You're invited to watch the next video. That's a shameless plug. But let's finish this one first. Now that we've typed that text, we can draw our rectangle over that. We use our blue moving tool, our blue arrow. We move it down here. But remember, we wanted to put it in the corner. We're going to actually take our white selection tool. I'm going to resize that box just to take half of this off. Go back to our blue moving tool, and now we're just going to move part of it, and that's exactly what we were looking for. Down on the bottom, but kind of split it into 2 rows and offset it. Now we'll actually take our rectangle selection, click off the screen to make the box go away, press the H key just to make sure we're in hand mode so that we're not going to alter it anymore. And there we've finished the beginning of our project of an invitation. Okay, this was just a simple little tutorial, but I can't overstate how important the layer box will become to you. Adding layers allows you the versatility to alter your, in this case, text. You could recolor it, resize it, do anything you want to it without affecting the layers underneath. In future videos, we'll get much deeper into what the layer toolbox can do for you, and believe me, there's a lot more. In the next episode, we're going to briefly cover your files and file types. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Mr. E's Tutorials.